How many of you would suit up for a mission to the moon? Last month, Elon Musk, founder and CEO of SpaceX, announced plans to send 2 space tourists on a voyage around the moon by 2019. While tourism in space is a 21st century phenomenon, space tourism on Earth has been a part of American leisure culture since the first artificial satellites were launched in the late 1950s. Has any of you watched a launch of the space shuttle at the Kennedy Space Center? Or played astronaut at U.S. Space Camp? If so, then you are a space tourist. You're in the company of the family pictured here. It's July 1969, and this family packed up their pickup truck and their camper and drove down to Florida to cheer "Go, go" for America's first moon men. My dissertation asks, how and why did this family and countless others during the Cold War choose to spend their limited vacation days and spending money on the overgrown shores of Merritt Island rather than at Disney World, the happiest place on Earth, nearly 60 miles away? I answer this question by collecting and examining documentary sources, as well as observing and participating in space tourism at sites such as U.S. Space Camp. So far, from this research, I've gained a new understanding of the ways in which our national efforts in space have impacted the lived experiences of Americans on Earth. First, spaceflight inspired an entire hospitality industry of space-themed museums, attractions, motels, and restaurants that transformed the economy of the American South. Thousands of people of different races, means, levels of education, not just scientists and engineers, came to depend on the space program for their livelihoods. Second, and of broader significance, spaceflight is integral to the ways in which we understand American citizenship during the Cold War. At various times throughout the 20th century, patriotism has been expressed through an engagement with spaceflight, and it is through this lens that we can understand space tourism. Spaceflight is central to our national identity and economy, but in ways we have not yet considered. A historical study of space tourism proves the importance of NASA's impact here on Earth, not just in space. And so this research is important for that very reason. And what I'm trying to show here, thank you, is that we chose to go to the moon. And we can choose to go to Mars and beyond. But it's important to have this research to justify the value of NASA here on Earth. Thank you.